Hey guys, so recently I travelled to a place in which I thought I would never ever go. I went to Iceland. Iceland is just north of the UK. It was only like a 2-3 hour flight, and it has some of the most spectacular views, and they just do things very differently there, and there's so many things to experience which you cannot find in any other corner of the world. As you can see, we are here in Iceland, whoa, on a slippy slope. And right behind me is the hot springs. One of these, I think it's maybe this one, erupts like every 10 minutes. Huge eruption, like 20 meters high. It's cool.
What are you eating?
An apple. What are you eating?
I'm eating protein bar.
So next stop on our Iceland tour was this glacier. Now this glacier is millions and millions of years old. It's constantly melting and sending ancient water down the river. So that's pretty much what it is. It's ancient water from millions of years ago. And there's only a handful of places where you can actually find glaciers on Earth. So not many people can say they've been to a glacier. So time to get some chart work in at the end of our first day. When you're traveling and trading, it can be hard to kind of have your mindset focused on the charts and making the moves correctly. But on this trip, I was very profitable. I managed to land a profitable trade each day. And that was my target really, just to look to the charts, find one trade, place it in the morning and close it out on the evening. This is reindeer meat, cured reindeer.
Icelandic chart.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Wow, this looks good. What did you get? You got a black bean burger.
Beef and pancakes.
Beef pancakes. Now the next stop on our journey is the Blue Lagoon. Now the Blue Lagoon is the favourite and most enjoyable aspect of this whole trip, and it was one thing, as probably the only reason I wanted to go to Iceland. I didn't know much about the country at the time. I just knew it had the Blue Lagoon, and I pretty much went there exclusively just for this. Premium. The following day, we headed out on some boats for some whale watching, and the guide told us that it's very rare that they actually see any whales at kind of this time of the year, and there's been a dry spell of about 3 or 4 weeks of no sightings at all. And although it was very hard to film the whales, we actually saw minke whales and 2 or 3 different pods of dolphins, so we actually saw quite a lot and we got quite lucky.
And behind him, farther out, there's few more dolphins. I can see some dorsal fins popping up. Also from our left side, whale up again. And again, it was arching the backs and going down.
Yes, what's good guys? So, been in Iceland, Reykjavik. This is the second night, sorry. Been here for one day. Place is amazing. It's freezing cold. I'm literally struggling to keep myself warm all the time. But some pretty fun things that we've done. Today we went whale watching. We did see some whales. It turns out they're incredibly hard to get a picture or film, because literally they come up to the water and then dive back down. What else have we done? Pretty much just been eating, sleeping, walking around. The food here is insane. Like yesterday I had whale sashimi. But as for trading business is slower this week. I'm still monitoring the charts wherever I go. It is difficult here because as soon as you get your phone out, your hands just instantly freeze and it becomes very distracting and hard to kind of focus on the charts. So I'm just taking some time now to run through the charts. You can see charts here. You can see a little bit of the city out there. That's Reykjavik. And I'm just monitoring the charts. I'm going to set some price alerts. So when price on the pairs that I'm watching hits certain levels, it's going to send me a message, and then I can just place the trade or move on to the next position. Tonight we are going out on the boat. I'm going to film some of this for you to watch also. Looking at the northern lights. Hopefully we get to see them, fingers crossed, because apparently you can't always see them. The conditions have to be like pretty spot on for you to be able to see the northern lights. But we're going to there. That's another bucket list scenario. But yeah, I tend to reduce the amount of trading that I do when I'm traveling. You really need to be focused and on your levels and watching them consistently, making sure you're making the right move. And when you're traveling, you're tired, you're busy, and you've got things going on, it's just not wise to be risking your money. You need to just pull back out the markets for a minute and just trade when you have the time, trade when you have the freedom. But of course, like any minute you get a few minutes, boom, hit up the charts. I'm looking at a US dollar CAD long. Not that it's going to match you guys, because this is going to be like put up on YouTube way after like taking the trades. Now that I've sat down and looked through the charts, it's very, very clear to see that I made the wrong decision, and it's just reiterating my example of not having the right time or the right mindset that you need to when you are trading the Forex market. So definitely possible whilst traveling, but you need to find somewhere quiet, sit down, give yourself half an hour to breathe, let yourself read to the markets and understand properly what the market bias is and what is going to happen. If you're just running around on your phone when your hands are about to fall off from the cold, trying to look at charts while you're on a boat bouncing up and down looking at whales, is not the right thing to be doing. So just a little 2 cents for you there, guys. It's a nice horse. So we didn't manage to see the Northern Lights. We actually went out on 2 different occasions, but you need crystal clear skies in order to actually see them. But it was still fun to go out in the boats and to be splashing around in the water in the middle of the night.
Oh, there it is, the Northern Lights. The problem?